And I think we're live. This is our first
That was a very short countdown.
Wait, should we do the countdown? Hold on. We're not muted anymore.
Oh.
Go.
Now, this is the great part of the video. Save this for New Year's.
Were we muted before? Yeah. All right, and we're live. It's official, our first live. Welcome. Thanks for joining. We'll give everybody a few minutes before we go start talking about stuff here. So we'll give it a minute. But while we're doing that, Gary, you and I are going to pull up some stuff. Tonight we're going to talk about new construction in Boca Raton. And we're going to go over just everything that's going on in Boca Raton. And I think a lot of people aren't aware of how much new construction is really happening in downtown Boca Raton.
There is a lot as we started to dig in.
That's right. So what we'll do is we'll share our screen. We'll get right into it. I think we have one viewer.
You're not supposed to comment. The counter's off. There's actually 100 people. I saw the zeros before.
Wait, how do we see who's on? Let's see.
I know who it is.
I think I know. There we go. All right. Welcome, Tony.
Funny.
Tony's telling Gary to stand up straight. So
I thought it said shut up. Nice checked.
All right. So let me share my screen. Let's start talking about new construction in downtown Boca Raton first. There's a lot of new construction going on all over the place, though, in Boca. So let's work on this right now. Here we go. So what's your favorite new construction, Gary?
I like by the beach. So
all right, so we'll start by talking about some cool stuff in the downtown area. So let's pull up specifically a project that's called Rev del Meisner in Boca Raton.
Fancy name.
Yes, very cool. It's located. Let me show you on the map here. It is located in downtown Boca. Let's pull that up off of Palmetto. Let's change the view here. It's located, where are we? Right here in downtown Boca Raton. So Meisner Park is literally right here. This road's a little busy, right? I don't know how much I'd love living on this busy road.
I imagine the way it's built, you're not going to hear a thing, though.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're still in the action and comfortable.
Yeah, and you can literally walk to downtown Boca and everything that they have going on because they have new projects being proposed in the downtown Boca area. But let's go back and talk about exactly what these new townhomes look like. So here's a quick example of what some of them look like here. Here we go. So we're advertising our buddy Zev right now.
I saw that.
Cool. So I can't show you exactly, but they're going to ask about $5 million. They've just broken ground. It's basically fenced off right now, right? And they're really gorgeous townhomes. Let's see. Let's talk about it. So basically the gist in the downtown area here, I mean, you're not touching anything in this downtown area probably for less than $4 million probably.
In that building, yeah.
Well, in this building, but also in that just general area here, right? I mean, here all throughout this, what they call the Golden Triangle, you could probably get a single family home. I think the cheapest I've seen recently for 1.7 million, and that's like a 1970s construction, right? So anything that's new construction or relatively new construction in this area, you're probably paying $3 to $5.5 million at this point. So new construction townhome in downtown Boca Raton is not bad to say they're offering, $4 to $5 million price points when it's about 4,000 square feet, right? So not bad at all. I like these. These are pretty cool. They're going to look really neat. I don't love the traffic, but I love the location. And I love where they're going to be, how easy it's going to be to walk.
You're literally a 5-minute walk to restaurants and everything.
Yeah. So you have access to all of that and you can just quickly, you can jump on your golf cart and cruise right to downtown or the beach, because the beach is extremely close, right? I mean, we're right here, Palmetto Park Beach. It's less than a mile away, which is cool. So, all right, what else do we want to chat about? Let's see. All right. I want to show you. So this is something interesting that a lot of people haven't heard about. Let's show you guys this. This is right in downtown Boca as well. We'll stay in downtown Boca. This is the Camino Square. This is under construction right now, right? Still not done. They finished the Bright Line project, which is right next to it first. And then they started, or in parallel, they were working on this, but this is a way bigger undertaking, right? So yeah, I think, what was it? $69 million mixed use venture in downtown Boca. The homes in there will be between 700 and 1,500 square feet. They're all going to be condo apartments, right? So, and they expect mostly probably Florida Atlantic University students in there, right? So yeah, they're going to have
about a mile away. So yeah,
all the amenities, and I'll show you where this is too. I mean, this is also in a great location. I mean, it's right basically across the way from downtown Meisner Park. So it's, where are we here? It's right here, right? So I mean, you can again either get to the Bright Line and cruise on up to West Palm, and the West Palm trip on the Bright Line is like super easy. Jump on, you feel like you never left downtown Boca. It takes you and drops you right in downtown West Palm Beach, which is awesome. You can have some dinner, cruise back, and then go back into your condo, right? And the same goes for if you want to walk over to or quickly take an Uber over to downtown Boca. Super easy.
That's walkable still too.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you could easily walk this, like no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, there's still restaurants and shops straight up Federal there.
Yeah, Royal Palm Plaza, right? Yep. And then Meisner Park. And then also back here is all residential. So it's like a nice walk, right? Yeah. To downtown. And there's a bunch of coffee shops in this area too, which is nice. So, you know, you can cruise or walk or bike right over to coffee shops in the morning if you want to work out of a coffee shop or something if you work remote. So yeah, and let's talk more about that. So what else are they offering? They're offering a ton of amenities in this new building. It looks awesome. I'd say if I had to guess, I'd say they're going to finish probably this project sometime next year. And there's two phases to it. There's the first phase where they're going to finish the like actual residential units, and then they're planning to build out the second phase, which is all retail, right? 40,000 square feet of new construction retail space in that area. So that's huge. And this is on a almost 10-acre site. So it's a big project. What used to be there was the Winn-Dixie, right? So this is what it used to look like. It's just completely transformed our downtown area for sure. So, and this is a pretty big project, $69 million. I mean, that's a big project in downtown Boca Raton. Let's talk about what else you want to get into. Let's get into, this is what I think everybody's questioning right now, the Mandarin Oriental.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. So Mandarin Oriental, let me show you where it is. It's right here, again, downtown Boca, right off the Boca Resort golf course, or the Boca Raton is the official name of this club, right? And it's been under construction for, I don't know, 5 years maybe.
It's been a while.
It's had its fair share of issues, but it's almost entirely pre-sold is what I was told. So
there's only like 4 or 5 units left in that whole building. Yep.
Yeah. So it's crazy. So they've sold these things. And I mean, the cheapest, I think, unit they've sold in there is like $2 million. And the most expensive unit in there is something like $27 million.
So the penthouses. Yep.
And I think last I heard they have maybe a penthouse or 2 left, something like that. Right. So it's definitely been a successful pre-sale process. But then again, they've had 5 years to pre-sale everything. Yeah, right. So I think a lot of the owners are getting anxious about getting this project completed. Recently, they had to refinance. I think they had some litigation issues on this property, which delayed the project. And then they recently refinanced to finish it off. So that's a little bit about what's going on there. First, from what we understand and have seen, there's been a lot more activity more recently on the project since they finished the refinance. They took out a $302.5 million loan from Madison Capital Partners. And that replaced the loan that they had taken out back in 2019, which was $225 million. And so a lot of people were asking Penn Florida, like, are you, liquid? Are you able to continue or finish this project? And the main guy responded and said, we're well capitalized on this project. So they're going to get this done. It's just a matter of time. And it's been a long time coming. So question is when do we think this is going to be done? It's definitely not going to be done in 2023. That's for sure. That place has got a long way to go. Right. Mm-hmm. I'd say end of 2024 is probably realistic. Maybe 2025. Some people might be saying it's definitely 2025, but I think another year of construction. I mean, they're putting in windows now from what I can see. So another year of construction, they should be all set. I hope so, because Penn Florida has other projects in Boca Raton or owns other land in Boca Raton, and they have other big projects that they'll probably start on once they finish this mess that they've been working on for so long. And I'm excited about the other big projects they have, right? So we can talk about that too in a little bit, but that's another project. This is basically what it looks like right now in downtown Boca. So yeah, it's a big 12-story building. It's an awesome building. Yeah, it's built right up against Federal Highway and Camino. I mean, it's obvious, right? Yeah. What other projects do we want to talk about, Gar? Let's get into
the hotel.
So yeah, this is interesting. So this is maybe not as far along project, a little bit more proposed in the early stages. Investments Limited, who owns a lot of real estate in Boca Raton, has proposed a long-term residence or a long-term hotel, basically, in the Royal Palm location. Here it is. This is what I was looking for, right? In the Royal Palm Place location, where they have some older type buildings along Federal Highway right now. Mm-hmm. It'd be interesting to see how they're going to fit this huge project in that little space there. So I'll show you where that is. So if anybody knows the area well, it's supposed to go where previously the Black Rose Irish Pub and fourth generation organic market and cafe was or is. So that's the plan. It's right there in that downtown Royal Palm Plaza. I'll show you on the map so you have a sense. I mean, when we were in college, we used to go to these places. So it's like, let's see, Royal Palm Plaza. Let's see, Yard House. No. Yeah, it's got to be further down this way. It's like over here, like in this general area. Where's Royal Palm Plaza? There. Right here, right? Yeah, so I'm looking for the parking. Yeah, there you go. So it's like right here.
Yeah.
And in this general area. So, I mean, it would be pretty cool for them to build something this big here. I know a lot of people are against increased density in our area, but it would be a much nicer building than what's there right now.
Agreed.
Right? And they'd have much nicer storefront, and I'm sure much nicer restaurants in that downtown area. So I'm generally a fan, but we'll see what comes of that. It's supposed to be, it's a 13.9 acre space over there. So it's pretty big. They're supposed to build 144 room hotel in that space. So we'll see if this actually gets approved, because this has been in the works for some time, and I don't know if this is actually going to get done. We'll see. Yeah. So yeah. What else? Here we go. Let's talk about this one. I don't think a lot of people have seen or heard about this project. There's so many projects in downtown Boca or in the general area. So this is another 300 unit property in the Boca Raton, call it midtown/downtown area. And this is where an old office building and parking garage currently is. And they're talking about putting up 300 units in that space. And so I'll show you where this is. This is a little outside of the downtown area. This is more closer Central. To the mall. Yeah. So the mall's right here for anyone who's trying to understand what's going on, town center at Boca. And if you look here on the map, you can see this little spot here, Herman Law. this space here is the parcel that they're proposing to demolish and put up this large project here.
They've already knocked it down, I think.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's knocked down and it's like blank slate right now.
Okay, so this is more likely to, seems like it's probably going to move a little faster than some of the other projects we talked about. So they're talking about putting in, let's see, the mid-rise building would measure 6 stories, offering studios to 3-bedroom units. Amenities at the complex include more than 500 parking spots, a dog park, pickleball court, which is super popular right now, and a swimming pool. It's a little, it sits up against 95, but I mean, what I like about this location, if I was a renter, like, because that's likely what this is an apartment building for rent. I would probably like this. This would be nice, right? You're really close to Rocco's Tacos and all.
I was gonna say that's the main selling point,
right? You get tacos all day, whenever you want. Yeah. So in here, I mean, you got a lot of good restaurants. It's a very young, professional little downtown space right here. And then there's a lot going on at the mall, believe it or not. There's a handful of restaurants and action going on over here at the mall. And then you have quick and easy access to Florida Atlantic University, which is right over here. So I wouldn't mind renting here. This would be a cool spot to rent. And as you know, there's not a lot of rentals available anyway, right, on the market. So this would be a nice new construction place to lease if I was living and looking to move or relocate temporarily to the area, right? So yeah, let's see. So and yet again, another new development project. And so we can keep going down the list here. Here's another project that was just finished. This is a smaller one right off Yamato Road. And it's like just a 16-unit project. I think there's a few homes that are associated with it. It's also a rental property project. So this is what it looks like. They're built a handful of these. I'll show you actually where this is as well. Here's a quick example of when it was initially going to be sold for land for the new construction. So that's little bit about, let's see if there's another picture here. So here it is on the map. So you got, and I'll show you here. This is better. Let's do this. Cruising around. So it's so new. It's not even on the Google Earth yet, right? So quick access to 95 right here. Good, nice location in downtown Boca Raton. Super easy. I like the townhomes. The only thing I don't love about this is Yamato's pretty busy, right? Mm-hmm. So again, though, if I'm a renter, like what these are meant for, I don't probably really care.
Yeah, no, they look really nice inside.
Yeah, I mean, new construction, really nice product. And the houses really aren't on Yamato, so that's fine. And it backs up to a nice residential neighborhood, right? And again, if you're going to college or a professor or a teacher or a nurse or something in the area, and you want to live in something nice, I mean, it's great because you're super close to the universities, Lynn University, Florida Atlantic University, you name it, also close to the hospital, which is right here, super quick and easy. And then you're also super close to 95. This is easy. And what I like about North Boca is you're closer to downtown Del Rey,
correct,
than if you're in downtown Boca. So that's nice. That's quick, easy access to some good nightlife as well, right? So yeah, that project again, 16 units. They just finished that. Where the heck is it? There it is. They just finished this project, which is just yet another new construction in downtown Boca Raton area. And if you keep going down the list here, which one is this, Garrett? Okay, this is the Mandarin again. Yeah. And then we talked about the Camino Square Residences. And we talked about Rev, which is dream in French. Did you know that?
I do now. That's my
It's a
one
dream.
thing a day I learned.
And so let's talk about this one. This one, not many people are really privy to. It's an interesting little project, and not that little, that's going on in Boca here. It's located right over here, which is very close to downtown. So for context, downtown's right here, and we are talking about a project that is basically right in this area.
I did not know that complex was that big when I drive by it.
It's 10 acres right here, and it's typically lower income housing is what goes on in here. So what they've done is they've proposed the Housing Authority of Boca Raton has proposed and partnered with Atlantic Pacific to build a 95 unit complex. And they're saying it's going to be a market value property. These properties that are in here were built in World War II.
I was
So
just gonna say a long time ago.
yeah, so they were built in World War II, and in World War II, for everybody's reference, this airport over here was a military base. FAU, along with everything else, was an air base. So
They're basically barracks.
So yeah, they're basically like barracks, these properties here. So it's got a lot of history, and they're older. So, you know, it's time to probably change that out a little bit. You will see if you're driving by, it looks, the name of the community is Dixie Manor, or the part of the community or part of that 10-acre parcel is labeled as Dixie Manor. It's known in the area, but this is an interesting project that they're trying to push through. I don't know how much traction they're going to get on this. It's taking some time, I think. And they're talking about building in multiple phases, first 95 units, and then adding an additional another 85 units or more to the second phase of the project, which would probably be, according to what we're seeing here, the affordable housing piece. The first piece, they're talking about just having market value rents. So, and they're talking about having units ranging from 630 square feet to 1,324 square feet. So, so interesting standard product here that we see for, you know, apartments in downtown Boca Raton, right? So this is interesting. Yet another project bringing in more multifamily housing in the Boca Raton market. So they have a lot in the works here. When you drive through Boca Raton, you probably can't appreciate that there's actual space to do this.
Yeah.
Right. Like, if you didn't do the research or you didn't work in this field that we work in, you probably wouldn't appreciate how much construction is actually going on in the area
till it's a giant building right in your face.
Yeah. So there's a lot happening. These are just a few of the projects that are going on in the area right now. I mean, there's a ton more that we haven't even touched on yet. So there's things happening all over, and you can check out our YouTube channel. We pretty much report on most of these and what's going on. So anyone who's looking to buy or sell in the area can kind of have a sense of what's happening in their market and what they can look forward to. And sometimes this affects home value in a positive way as more development comes in and things get cleaned up or new construction raises property value, right? So
always the hope.
Yeah. So let's talk about some more stuff, right? Let's bounce into what else. So this is another one that's a big downtown project that we didn't touch on yet. The Alina Residences. This is a huge project. It's underway right now. There's a lot that have already been pre-sold, and some of the structures are already up and people are living in them. And then other ones are other structures are under construction as we speak, right? So I think phase 2 and 3 are underway right now, right? So, and there's the
black cube they stole from by my house.
Gary's been on a hunt for this black cube.
I have been. If you're watching, I know who you are. You know we've been looking for this cube.
And we found it. Now we know
where the cube
it's
is.
at the Boca Raton Museum of Art in downtown. So the Alina Residences. Let's talk a little bit about Alina. Alina is a pretty cool project. I love the location of the Alina. The Alina is right here in downtown Boca.
The other side of the golf course.
Yeah. So you got the Mandarin right here, right? And then you have the Alina being built right here. And what's great about the Alina right here is that it is right across the street from Royal Palm Place, right? And obviously you can walk right up to Meisner Park right here, which is just awesome. I mean, this location, as far as just the ability to access the fun downtown Boca, is awesome. And then furthermore, you could just take this back road over here and then jump over and go over to the beach, right? If you want to ride your bike or take your golf cart or whatever. And if you're a Boca Raton club member, you can easily cruise right through the back entrance into the Boca Raton Club, which is also very convenient and nice. And the Boca Raton Club is pretty epic. So yeah, so this property's location is what I'm the biggest fan of right now. And again, some of it's still under construction, but there's a lot of people living in these buildings right now already. And I think this is part of the reason why this summer it's been harder to get
reservations
probably.
and
or there's been many more people in the downtown area during the summer. I don't think it's been this busy in any other summers, even maybe during
the peak of COVID.
Yeah, the pandemic period. I don't think it's been this busy. It's been pretty busy.
Mm-hmm.
Like every time you want to go to a restaurant, you think it's July or August. You think you're going to get in there
on a Tuesday.
Yeah, you think
it's still packed.
Yeah, you think you're going to just be able to walk in and sit down and eat some food. It's not that simple. Boca Raton has become very different over the years. It's no longer this sleepy town during the summer, right? So yeah, so I think we can attribute that to buildings like this and other people just relocating and the population growth in downtown for sure. So that is a big project. I really like this building. This building is really, really nice. There's a lot of amenities. It has a ton of stuff that we can go over, but there's like you could see, just beautiful new construction, high ceilings. Just
there's like a rooftop pool where you can look out over the ocean, like something similar to that.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It has a gorgeous view. You can get some ocean views as well from some of these, but you also have a golf course view, which is great in some of these units. So really, really nice. Huge fan of the Alina. So that's yet another one. Let's see. We have 8 viewers right now, Gary.
We hit 12 at one point. So I'm disappointed in the 4 people.
Oh man, 4 people dropped off. This is so good. All right. Oh, hold on. I'm getting comments. This is new to us, guys. Awesome. What's up, guys? Dana Mayer, Carrie, what's going on? Tony,
the Cube. That's right.
James. All right.
They can't see the comments. So
yeah.
We could.
With all that inventory, do you think that it will affect prices in the area? The answer to that is I do not think it will affect prices in the area, James. I think we are so short of inventory. And on top of that, a lot of what we just discussed is rental product.
Correct.
And there's just not a lot of rental product available either on the market right now. So I think that it's not going to have an impact on inventory. There's other communities that we haven't even discussed that are being built. Nuevo Boca is another one. We can pull that up right now. And that's another new construction rental community. Show you guys where that is. So it's right here, a little further west. And this is like rental single family homes at scale, institutional style, right? They've purchased and they own and they're building on. You can see it here from the map.
It's been going on that long that it's even in the map.
Yeah, it's on the map. They bulldozed and demoed all this stuff, but there's a lot of it that's built now. And it's a big community. You can see all this. This is all them.
All the dirt in the pictures.
All the dirt. It used to be a golf course, right? So they've been building and developing on this, and these are rental single-family home communities right here. And I'll tell you what, they're renting out as fast as they're building them. So I don't think there is going to be an inventory issue here in the future at all. Like it's just not, there's just not enough to keep up with population growth. We're experiencing a combination of people moving from dense populated cities like Miami up to Boca Raton, and people from the Northeast and places like California and other cold places like Chicago. We have people relocating from all over the place. On top of that, we have people relocating from other parts of the world right now. We've sold properties to people from Europe, from South America. It's just the dynamic of Boca Raton with the good schools is just hard to compete with. I mean, that's the Boca Raton value right now. There's just a lot of demand for product. I don't think I don't think there's going to be an inventory issue. There's just not enough space. Even the Lotus communities out west, I mean, they're all selling out. You can't even get those, and those properties are selling for $2 million or more, right? So yeah, that's a good point. And Tony says FAU was in Final Four for basketball. That's also why we are busy. They said this year was the biggest freshman class.
I did talk to a lot of kids who were experiencing pains finding places to live rental wise.
We've had, how many conversations have we had with parents of children from FAU, children at FAU that didn't have a place to live because FAU couldn't support the amount of people they admitted into the university. Yep. From a housing perspective. And parents were buying houses locally for their kids. We were leasing out property for these kids. It was a bit of chaos in that like July, August month, right? Mm-hmm. For people, they were in urgent need. So you're getting a lot of that from the university too. Good point, Tony. Yeah. There's a lot of new stuff happening. I mean, there's a ton of new restaurants coming into Boca now. They have a lot of projects that are in place that we haven't even touched on. I'm super excited for what is to come in Boca Raton. I mean, overall, this is an exciting time, I think. And also, James, to add to your question, oh, there you go. That's our downtown office. That's where we are right now, right? So James, to add to your question, we're definitely in a place where even if we continue to add inventory, it's probably going to be absorbed. So just because of all that we just talked about, it's a unique time for us here in Boca Raton. I think we still have a lot of tailwind here despite the economic environment. Wouldn't you agree, Gary?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for us for tonight, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Unless anybody else has any cool questions for us, we're happy to
only
chat.
Cool questions.
No, yeah, good questions.
No
only
bad ones.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. See ya. Did the audio work?